Gaming Bolt presents 15 things you need to know about No Man's Sky.
We have a lot to talk about, so without wasting your time, let us begin right away.
Finite universe. The universe of No Man's Sky isn't as infinite as many of us once thought. There is indeed an edge to this universe, though it is nearly infinite from a human perspective. There are way over 18 quintillion planets in No Man's Sky to explore. For those who like numbers, that's 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 73 billion, 709,551,616. If that doesn't boggle your mind, then you are just too hard to please. Mathematics storage system. For No Man's Sky, the vastness of this universe, as we've stated, goes on and on. Seems as though it would take some pretty massive storage or cloud computing to generate the world randomly and available at any moment. Believe it or not, No Man's Sky's universe is in fact not randomly generated at all. Furthermore, it isn't stored onto the PS4 or PC hard drives. The developers at Hello Games created an ingenious math function in the game that generates the content in place of using the internet. Years of exploration. Take this mind-blowing fact into play. If a person wanted to explore every single planet, even for just 1 second each, it would take that person nearly 5 billion years to travel through them all. Of course, this doesn't calculate the time it takes to actually travel to each planet, find a proper landing area, and then jet off right away, but that's still insanely huge. All real locations. Maybe you see a path in the distance, or a hill or a mountain, and you want to go there. No Man's Sky will let you. There is no visible distance you can't travel, no path you can't follow. Take your enthusiasm for exploration to the limits by scaling the tallest mountain, diving to the bottom of the deepest ocean. There are virtually no limits. Procedurally generated. Though it may seem vast and beyond the compass to scale, there is a point to all of this madness Hello Games have unleashed upon this universe. There is a way to go about this game to find out the deeper meaning behind it all. As a procedurally generated universe, exploring the outer limits is going to be most of the fun, but don't forget to explore where the game tries to lead you from time to time. Virtual probes. Remember that number of planets we keep touting? 18 quintillion, 446 quadrillion and so on. Yes, that's the number. It would be impossible for the small development team to actually search the entire world they developed to find every bug or glitch. So, Hello Games developed probes. These probes explore the universe for them and hunt out as many problems as they come across and report them or try and eliminate them entirely. Smart. Exploration over story. Now that game may be procedurally generated, but that doesn't entail a major story element within the game. There actually is no story to speak of, but there is a lot to discover around the vastness of space. From hunting down artifacts to exploring crashed ships, there is a lot to do in the game. Planetary ecosystem. It becomes harder and harder to fathom the ingenuity behind No Man's Sky and the thought process behind the creators and developers to take it beyond a level we can currently compare to anything else. If the planets are too close to their local star, they tend to be barren, dry, arid, limited on animal life. Further away, frigid, maybe hairier beasts, or maybe none at all. Then there is the Goldilocks region, the area that's just right for life. Combat, sentinels and factions. Changing the balance of planets too much will result in a wanted level within the game. This includes mining or overkilling animals. The game will then send sentinels out after you. There are factions that allow you to team up with other players and help take over parts of the universe, or fight factions and be the rebel. Just remember that death doesn't start you over, it only takes away everything you've earned since you last uploaded the game. Center of the universe. The mystery behind No Man's Sky is what there is to do besides explore. Sure, exploring is fun and could last forever with a single person, but what more is there to do? What we know so far is that players are encouraged to make their way to the center of the universe. But why? What is there that we need to find out? This is probably the greatest mystery of all. Economics. Units are the No Man's Sky's universal credits. Units can be earned through many different ways, from selling valuable resources or shooting down enemies, pirates, other factions, etc., and even discovering new planets, animals, plants, creatures, lands, and so on, then uploading them to the atlas within the game. Jetpack. No Man's Sky lets this powerful jetpack soar you across the sky and become the most intrepid explorer in the universe. But beware, this jetpack, when not controlled properly, may lead you right into a snarling beast that wants to eat you for dinner. Don't let the jetpack control you, you must learn to control it. Upgrades. You must craft technologies into upgrades to progress further on in the game. Rare resources can only be obtained within certain systems in certain conditions, and it all depends on which resources you need. So going to a cold planet that is great for certain resources may not be the answer for other resources. It's complicated somewhat, but it gives you the opportunity to explore vast new locations. No load screens. A game as big as No Man's Sky must have epic long load screens, right? Nope. With the mathematic programming installed onto the disk, it's possible for this game to run flawlessly without interruption. See a dot in the sky you'd like to visit because maybe it's a habitable planet you may call home? Sure, go right ahead and make that jump in your ship with a few button presses, and see your ship sail smoothly through the darkness of space without having to wait a second for a load bar to finish gathering the next scene. Interior environments. You might think there are only planet exteriors to travel to and from through the universe, with no means of actually doing much besides exploring the surface and rocketing off to another planet. Well, we have some good news for you. There are actually many interior locations to search through as well. Exploring inside structures will be a big role within No Man's Sky. From colonies to space stations, there are going to be numerous ways to make your adventures memorable.
We hope you've enjoyed this video, so please consider subscribing to our channel. We do original content, reviews, graphics comparison, and much more, and try to upload a video every day. Thank you very much for checking us out.